Good morning, everybody. Randall here. So, today we are going to do our first phase on getting home in an emergency situation. First phase, if you didn't see the video prior to this, is going to be walk for 11 miles with, see if I can get, with my backpack there. There it is. This is containing all of my goods that I'm going to need for basically a 22-mile hike, but with my medical conditions, leg, age, I don't know if I can do 22 in one day. So I'm going to plan on breaking it up into 2 days of 11 miles each with an overnight stay. So I've got my pedometer here, so we can see if I can put it here. There we go. I'm going to reset it. Maybe. There we go. Zeroed it out. This is how I'm going to be keeping track of our mileage today. A lot of times I'll hear on my phone, I have a pedometer that I run all the time, but since I'm going to be carrying it a lot on a selfie stick, I don't know if it's going to pick up the correct mileage. So I'm going to use a separate pedometer to keep us honest. And this is a simulated event, so we're never going to leave the private property here. So it's just simulation. If I learn something, can't make it or whatever, then I'm going to let everybody know why. So let's go. Of course, I'm not going to record all this, but I will stop in from time to time. And, if anything happens, then I'll update you. So until then. So I'm just hitting mile 1. I'm feeling pretty good. My feet are fine. This backpack carries excellent. Of course, I'm only carrying, you know, just right at 14 pounds in this backpack, and that's wet weight, water, food, everything I need. We're not carried away with hiking gear. I wasn't coming for a hike. Remember, I went to town for groceries and I broke down. So, a little winded. But just cotton socks, just crew socks. I'm wearing Morel Jungle Mocs, which I wear every day of the week. So they're a great outdoor shoe, and I wear them consistently all the time. It's not the only pair of shoes I own, but if I'm out on the property, if I'm going to town, that's what I've got on. Only time I put on something different is if I'm on my motorcycle, I'll wear a pair of steel-toed boots. So yeah, mile 1, it's going pretty good. A little winded, but I expected that. Preparedness and outdoors in general is not designed for a couch potato. It will punish you. And this trail here is fairly punishing anyway. I know it's all on my property here. And but the elevation change. So it's probably got a 60-foot elevation change from top to bottom, which doesn't sound like much. And you're basically doing a circuit. So I have a flat spot, I go down 60 feet, back to a somewhat level spot, and right up 60 feet. So that's a lot of 60 feet. I figured by this trip I'm going to be doing, I don't know, a couple of 1,000 feet in elevation change. So for an old fat bod like me, it's going to be a workout. Here we go. Mile 2. Walking down a little stretch right out here by the road in front of our place. But now, going back into the woods. It's pretty nice today. It's probably in the high 60s. I like it. Unfortunately, I didn't bring a coat today. I just got up this morning and put on my backpack and said today's the day. There was no plan. I didn't dress for it. Of course, I didn't actually go get my truck because I would throw my coat in there. But it's just something to keep in mind. If you just go get in your vehicle with your get home bag. This is possibly how I would be spending the night out here with no coat. That would be not good. Oh, sorry about that. Drug y'all through the underbrush. So just something to keep in mind. I would be, I mean, it's warm enough. I would be okay. I would survive the night, but I would definitely be a lot more comfortable with my coat. So we're just about to hit the 2 mile mark. So we'll see if I can find me a place to hold up for just a few minutes and take a little breather. I know there's drill instructors that say pain is just weakness leaving the body. Well, I think that weakness is fixing to go on a cruise. They all packed up. They got their tickets and passports because there's pain. There's a lot. Not a lot. 2 miles in, getting some sweat going, burning some fat. And I have full confidence that even at my physical performance, that I can make 11 miles, but I'm not sure about the legs. We're gonna see. They're not screaming yet, but they're talking. They're having a conversation. So let's see if we can find us a place. I think I found me a little place here where I can sit down for a few minutes. Be kind of tucked up, out of sight, although I'm not too worried about being seen, but an actual situation, you probably would want to be off the beaten path just a little bit, and this little hill will work. Oh, that's good. So, that's all I brought with me today is the 2 liters of water. Got the smart water bottle is full, and I got this canteen. Although there's a lot of water opportunities on my way home, there's no water on this property. And I thought about staging some just to simulate getting water. But I'm pretty sure, and I kind of wanted to know this, I'm pretty sure that I can get home on these 2 liters. That is good. I didn't realize just room temperature water could be that good. It's really nice. So the pack is carrying well. You know, I've had this pack a long time. I don't even remember who makes it, and I'll get that information. We'll have a final overview at the end of the day. And if anybody's curious what kind of pack, I would definitely recommend it. It does have a waist belt that's with it. I'm not using the waist belt. For one, I don't have it loaded to its potential, and I don't believe I need a waist belt. It's staying really nice on my back. Second, I do carry concealed, and it's on a belt holster, and the waist belt just interferes with that, and it doesn't work. So it's fine. But if you load it up, you're definitely going to want to use the waist belt with it. But it's doing well for now. So I'm just going to sit here. Let's see. I think I went a little over. See what we're up to. 2.2 miles. Oh boy. 2.2. So we got a little ways to go. Oh my goodness, this thing's gonna sit here and for the rest of this trip, and at least till it's empty. Can't hammer on that too hard or I'll be out. All right, I'm going to sit here for a few more minutes and then let's do it again. All right, break's over. Let's go. Got a long ways to go. Day's wearing on. It's 11 o'clock. We got to get moving. I was a little bit hungry earlier. I had a cup of tea for breakfast and orange juice. That has since gone. I am burning some calories. But the hunger kind of went away after a little bit. But we need to see if we can get another couple of miles knocked out here pretty quick. That way we can sit down, we'll have a protein bar, some more water. We'll see how it goes. Let's make some miles. You know, I just got to thinking about it a few minutes ago as I passed the 3 mile mark, just past 3 mile mark. I don't remember the last time I walked 3 miles. It's been a while. I think the furthest I've ever walked in a stretch, because I'm not a hiker, never been a hiker, was 10 miles. And that was because my truck broke down out in New Mexico, and it was whiteout conditions. And I knew there was a spot 10 miles away, and I knew I was going to freeze to death inside that pickup truck because it didn't run. And that was a bad situation. I came very close to not making that. When you get to the point where you just want to lay down in the snow and you start getting warm, I was just about a goner. But that is probably the furthest I've ever walked consecutive in my life. And I didn't have any water. I didn't have anything. Of course, on the flip side of that, I wasn't carrying anything. But this bag right here, it would have sure come back in handy. I think I was 22 at the time. So 22 at 10 miles in harsh conditions, as opposed to 11 miles in my 50s with a great shady day, mild temperatures, and carrying a backpack. Man, I'm a smart one, aren't I? Goodness gracious, oh my gosh. Get off of me, get off. Tell you what, these vines, we are in the jungle, baby. Holy cow, but we ain't gonna die. We'll keep on rocking. So, let's knock out mile 4. doggy. So, let's see what we got here. 4.08. There you are. It's time for a break. Hey, what else it's time for? That's a coffee. We're going to sit here a little bit and have us a nice break. Unfortunately, I don't have a stove, so we're going to be drinking this hardcore style. I think this little plastic spork is fixing to come in handy. Put the trash in there. Tell you what, this log feels really nice. Probably the best seat I've had in years. Do not spill. Well, you can see that or not. Good old coffee. Starbucks. Oh man, that's good. Now I got to thinking about it on the trail. The cup of coffee would sound good, but I didn't have any way to heat up the water. And then I was like, I don't want any hot water. I'll just drink it cold. Sport back up. Reuse that bad boy. Tell you what else I'm gonna have to have. It's some aspirin. My everything's starting to ache. Oh yeah, there's some. So, like I was saying, I hadn't walked that far in a long time. I definitely haven't walked that far since my injury. Man, that's the best cold coffee I've ever had. I don't know if I'm drinking enough water. I had that water at 2 miles. I'm having this coffee at 4 miles for a little pick-me-up. But I don't know how well that's going to hold up. I have to get through mile 5.5 when I run out of this first bottle, or I'm going to be dehydrated by the end. Let's see. Oh, we're doing okay. I might have another little shot before we go. In fact, I'm just going to pour it in the rest of my coffee because I pretty much chugged it. I only have a little bit left here. There, we're going to save the rest of that for the halfway mark. I don't know. It's going to be touch and go, that's for sure. I am sweated down. Oh, it's good though. I like it. It's good. I like pushing myself. I'm a type 2. I like type 2 fun. That's what it is. If you're not familiar with type 2 fun is, that's why you're actually having the fun. It's really not that fun. It's more like suffering. But after some time goes by and you recover from it, you're like, man, that was great. Let's go do it again. Idiot. That's all I can say. Anyway, I'm going to have this coffee and I'm going to sit here. I'm probably going to spend about 10 minutes here. I do need a little break. And we're going to get going again. I sat here for a few minutes and had me a little respite. I tell you what, I sure don't want to. Well, let's do it. Got to go. Got miles to burn. So, I just went past the 5-mile mark. I tell you what, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's getting pretty brutal. My upper body, my goodness, I just cannot keep this camera still. My upper body seems to be doing pretty well. I mean, I don't feel worn out. I mean, I'm sweating like I'm scuba diving here, but I feel pretty good. But my legs are just junk. We're gonna press on though. I'm gonna at least get another half mile here. We're gonna sit down and have some lunch. Maybe let these old junked up legs recover just a little bit. This is exactly the reason why I wanted to do this. Because you don't know what you can do until you go do it. You make all the hiking bags, camp bags, and you think you're gonna go out and do all these activities. Well, you may or you may not. And this is the only way you can do. The only way you can figure it out is just go do it. So that's what we're doing. So let's get this other half mile knocked out. I wonder if you can hear that. The buzzards are waiting on me. They're waiting for my inevitable demise. They're just hanging out. Thought it was an angry squirrel, like a really angry squirrel, but there's several buzzards up there waiting for a corpse to hit the ground. Yeah. This actually looks like a pretty good place to hold up for a little bit. Have a little respite. It's pretty clear. Oh yeah. Lunchtime. Oh yeah, that'll do. place to relax here for a bit. We're going to try out one of these protein bars and have some water. Probably going to try out some of this other stuff too. Where is it? Oh, it's in here. That's silly of me. I put it right where I can get to it. Oh, I got my bag all kind of messed up. This didn't go in here. Had in with my fire making bag. It's not good. Gonna try out this Noon Energy. I think these are about expired anyway, so I might as well have some. I had the 16 fluid ounces. Well, none of them would drag 16 fluid ounces. There goes the end of that one. Kind of acts like an Alka-Seltzer. We'll let that sit for a few minutes. That looks good. Cheers, everybody. Kind of tastes like an Alka-Seltzer. It's not wonderful. Just kind of chilling out here for a little bit. Let my legs try to recover some. Pretty nice view though. The soothing sound of the wind rustling through the trees. The calm sounds of dump trucks going up and down the highway hitting potholes. That's my favorite. Yeehaw. Yeah, that's pretty tough. Well, I mean, when ground feels wonderful, yeah, it's pretty tough. I'm going to sit here for a little bit. Got over 6 miles knocked out, though. That was pretty nice. I'm at 6.11. So we're halfway home. Or not halfway home, we're halfway to the end of day one. Remember back when I said that some people might not be able to do it, and 11 miles at a shot might be me. I don't know. It's a long ways. I think I can still do it. I'm going to come in dragging and smoldering like a wore out Yugo at the end of this thing. I can see that. But oh well. Oh, it's time to go make the donuts. When other Alka-Seltzer chemically flavored water just won't do. Noon. Oh, I gotta rinse that out. Oh. Mm-hmm. That's a roll. Gonna put that away neatly. All right, let's go. All right. We just passed mile 7. Woohoo! Oh yeah, feeling the burn. Actually, mile 7, you can almost feel the hope. Yeah, sorry about that. Dragging me through the brush again. But yeah, we feel that hope now. Less than 4 miles at this point. We're gonna push through this crap. Let's go. Oh yes, there's my log again. It is break time. I like that log. It's like the only one that's able to be sat on this whole place. Oh. Here, people. Let's set y'all down right there. There you go. Come off. Oh, oh my God. That is heaven right there. Let's see what we're up to. 8.27. 8.27. Man, getting my workout today. How many steps have I done? 17,400 steps so far. Oh man, it is time for some water. I'll let that soak in a minute. Ooh. My wife was like, you realize that's going to take you all day, right? And I was like, no, that's not going to take me all day. Yeah, that's going to take me all day. I tell you what, though, it's time well spent as far as I'm concerned because I had no idea what it was going to take to walk 11 miles. 53 years old. I hadn't walked more than 2.5 miles at a go in years. So the bag has been holding up on my shoulder. It's starting it's starting to kind of press on my shoulders. But I tell you what, you see these guys and they got their 120-liter backpack and it's got everything under the sun in it, and they're surviving the zombie apocalypse. Nah. Maybe if you just got out of the military, just some dude, especially close to my age, and it's 60 pounds, nah, no way. You'll be dead within 2 miles, or you'll start dropping stuff. I guarantee you'll be dropping stuff out of that pack. I've got an 80-liter backpack that is a camping backpack. And I mean, I've got the chair, the whole 9 yards. I'm not walking no 11 miles with it. It was designed where maybe I'll walk a mile or two into the woods at the most and camp for however long and then hike back in a couple of days and go home. That's what it is designed for. I think I said this one's 14 pounds, 13 ounces. I do not want to carry 14 pounds and 14 ounces. I can tell you that. This one's just fine. So I'm going to sit here and take me a little break. I don't know how much memory I got left on this phone. Hopefully it's still recording. I'm sure it is. Or it probably gave me an error by now. But I'm going to drink that much water. We got one more break at the 10-mile mark, and then we're going to finish it up on mile 11. So we'll see you in a bit. Well, we just hit 9 miles. We're going to walk for just a little bit more, at least another half mile or so. Take one more break, the last break, and we'll push it on in. Ooh-wee. Yeah, I got parts that are starting to rebel at this point. Right above my left ankle, where one of the most serious breaks were, it is not happy. Not happy. So, that's okay. It can be unhappy. You can see why I'm sweated down. But yeah, this has been an adventure. I have never walked so far to go nowhere in all my life. Because I've literally gone nowhere. Just hanging out here in the woods. Which, if I was going to hang out somewhere, it's my favorite place to hang out. Let's do it. Working on 10. Oh, I missed my stump. Ain't no stump here. To the ground it is. 9.5 miles. Hoo-wee. There's my water. Oh man. I tell you what, that's a long jog. I like how everything in my pack is just stored so well. I'm not even looking in the right spot. Everything in its place, and everything has a place in the bag. That's it. My aspirin has worn off. I tell you what, I'm starting to feel it in the balls of my feet now. They're feeling bruised. I tell you what, kudos to those daggum through hikers. Some of those guys are cranking out 20 plus miles a day. A day. Of course, they're in their 20s, and they've been doing it for a long time. That's what they do. Oh, Aspirin go go. Cool part is, I also tested my water capacity. I can make a day's walk with 2 liters of water. Now, if I was going to spend the night out here, I would, when I ran across a water source, I would definitely tank up. I would drink a whole liter when I found it. I would just sit there and just drink until I just couldn't drink anymore. Fill up my bottles and then go. Every time you come across a water source, unless it's a ridiculously short period of time, I mean, if I've walked a mile and found another water source, I'd probably fill up again. Oh, 5 o'clock, out in the middle of nowhere. I mean, relatively. And this road, it's not even like a big road. It doesn't go anywhere, but it's got traffic all day. I was looking forward to this break, but I don't think it's going to do anything. There comes a point in time where breaks just you don't recover. Now I'm at that point. But yeah. 9.51 miles. I can push through a mile and a half at this point. Yeah. Man, I guess I'll have to get all the way down. So yeah. My feet are starting to wear out. Back's still holding up pretty good with the pack though. I'm pretty pleasantly surprised with that. But like I said last break, I'm not going to come out and just call a man a liar that says he's going to tow to 60 pounds for 10 miles, but he's going to have to prove it to me. I'm just not going to take it. I mean, he can say whatever he wants to do. Go out there and make your video of you toting your bag and not cheating. I have not cheated this thing a lick, and I won't ever. Because I'm not proving it to y'all, I'm proving it to me. There's a big difference. So, but somebody tells me they're going to tow 60 pounds 10 miles, they're going to have to prove it to me. They can come hike with me. I think it would make me tired watching them walk that far with 60 pounds. Anyway, I'm going to sit here a few more minutes and we're going to roll. So what time is it? It is 3 o'clock on the dot. So I started this at about, I don't know, I had to look on the phone to see exactly when. I think 10 o'clock. So 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. That's not great miles per hour. That's about 2 miles an hour. Of course, I'm on rough terrain too. I mean, this isn't an improved road. I'm walking woods. So I think I'm doing pretty well. I was doing about 3 miles an hour, almost 3, but I've definitely been playing off since. I hit about the 5 mile mark and things started slowing down. Anyway. Sun's heading into the trees. It's been a hell of a day. Keep on walking. Keep on moving. Well, there is mile 10. 1 more mile. It's time to start heading towards the house. Yeehaw. I'm ready for a cold snack. I can tell you that right now. It has been a day. Old bag's doing good though. Just riding along. So here we go. I'll see y'all at the finish line. Oh, and there we are. We made it to the house. Cold snack. And here we are. Always go the wrong way. 11.15 miles. $23,505 steps. It took 231 minutes. That doesn't seem right. Oh, that's walking time. I'll have to figure that up later when my brain works. Wow. Anyway, people, well, I can do it. Would I recommend doing it? Yes, I would recommend, if you have any interest at all, you go do this. Because you won't know. So, later on I'm going to have a recap of what I liked and what I didn't like. I used some of my gear, not a lot of it. But until next time, I hope you enjoyed. We'll see you later.